أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Madam Chair, Commissioners, Lead Counsel, Assistant Counsel, viewers and listeners, members of the press, good morning. Welcome back once again to our daily proceedings of this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. For our next item on our today's agenda, I have the honor to yield the floor to Madam Chair. Madam Chair, over to you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will call on Honorable Sila to lead us in Muslim prayers and Honorable Joyner to lead us in Christian prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-rahmanir rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim. Khairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. أعوذ بالله من شر النساء ومن شر الشياطين والسلطان الله برحمة اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أخلق والخاتم لما سبق الناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره عظيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Holy Father, thank you for the gifts of life. Hear the prayers we offer today, not for ease that prayers shall be, but for strength, that we may live our lives courageously as we seek greener pastures. Guide our steps. Take us through this steep and rugged path with joy and gladness. May your Holy Spirit be with us as we sojourn pilgrim's path. Always be our strength in hours of weakness, trouble, sickness, and distress. Guide us as we ponder over the mysteries of this world. We beg you to give us grace and renewed strength, and by your grace, let your presence continue to abide with us this day henceforth and even forevermore. Amen.
Good morning, Mr. Witness. Welcome back, Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. I want to remind you again that you are still under oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Over to you.
Good morning, Mr. Camara.
Good morning, Ma.
You're welcome back.
Thank you, Ma.
Council, you may proceed.
Mr. Camara, I want us to discuss one of the exhibits that you attended yesterday.
Yes.
It is the exhibit number MC in bracket 1/027. The attachments and extracts, memos, reports, publications, and others to your statement.
Okay.
Now, there were payments that were made that you've attached, and I want us to discuss that. There's one memo from the Director of Finance. The date is 1st of March 2021, addressed to the CEO, Mr. Batchily, right? And the mayor is copied. It reads, allowances increment. I wish to take the decision to seek for approval to implement 50% and 25% increment of all council allowances on standard terms. This is against the backdrop of Finance Committee's approval and subsequent approval of General Council. I seek your cooperation in this matter of great interest to Council and the affected parties. You recall this?
Yes, I do.
What is the background of this?
The background was during the preparation of the budget for the year that was ahead of us. It was the decision of management. I was tasked to increase allowances by the percentage quoted in the memo to all staff.
Yes.
So we budgeted for it.
Yes.
And then when the budget was approved by our line ministry, I wrote us at that time for it to be implemented. I was seeking for approval for it to be implemented.
Do you have the approvals?
The approval of the budget?
You know, allowance, Mr. Camara has a specific procedure for its approval.
Yes.
Yeah, so you want to tell us that it was discussed at the level of council?
Yes, and it was inculcated in the budget.
Okay.
And then for me, I didn't stop there. The budget was approved, and when it came to the time of implementation, I still wrote to the CEO to give me approval as the accounting officer for me to do the needful. So that's the genesis of that memo.
Okay. Do you have the approval from the CEO?
Yes, should because.
Okay. Will you be able to provide that? It's not here.
Yes.
And were you available with the minutes of meetings of council that approved the increment?
Yes.
Okay. We will need that too.
Okay.
Now, when you are to pay for a staff that have done work double shift or overtime, what is the guideline?
Yes. Before, when I took over, the policy that was there, you have staff that work double shift.
Yes.
You have staff that work triple shift, and they were never paid.
Yes.
So when I took over, I said, all overtimes, if they are signed and attested by your supervisors, needs to be paid. So it's a case by case. If any staff work overtime, they write, and then I'll send it to the CEO for approval, and then overtime is paid.
Now, are they paid by way of honorarium, or are they paid by way of overtime payment?
Because there's a thin line, or the demarcation is not standardized.
Demarcation of what?
Sometimes the request will put request for honorarium, and sometimes they will put request for overtime.
Yes, but which is the proper well?
Yeah, overtime is the proper word for. From my background, I choose overtime.
Yeah, and is there not like a specific amount that is
No,
should be paid?
because there it's not standardized. We paid maybe 200, 350, 450 at most, sometimes 500 at most.
No, but where the rules are not available, you resort to the civil service rules, the general orders and all that. That's what it says, and it's provided there.
That's true.
Yes, it is provided there.
That's true. That's
the
true.
amount to be paid to every staff for overtime.
That's true. Time and half or so
Yes.
and so forth. Yes.
Yes. So council do not have the discretion, neither the Director of Finance nor the CEO, to decide the amount.
Yes. Again, I think these are some of the grapevines that we as a local government authority needs to adjust our legal instruments to cover some of these things that are not there specifically for local government. And in saying that, we have other laws like the Finance Act that we can resort to, or the Finance Bill of central government that we can resort to bridge the gap. But as a council, our manuals do not cover.
Yes, but then the law requires that where it is not factored, you resort to the civil service rules or the general orders.
Yes, that's true.
Yes,
that's
and
true.
So it's very explicit in that sense.
That's true.
And that is what the council should follow.
That's true.
So it would not appear as if that the law is not there, so the law would be there. You understand that?
That's true.
All right.
That's true.
Now, I ask this because, again, we will come to that because there were several payments that were made, and it appears that they were misclassified.
Yes.
And they didn't follow the normal due process. But again, another letter of the 24th of July 2022 with the project coordinator, CityLink, Austin Banjul, wrote to, Mr. Batchily wrote to the project coordinator. It says, Dear Mr. Jase, allocation of allowance to the Lord Mayor. This is a request from the Banjul City Council Management for an allowance remuneration to be allocated to the current Mayor of Banjul. This was overlooked in the last 2 years and was missed to be implemented. It was deemed necessary for this allowance to be allocated to the Mayor as the head of the Council. The steering committee will be notified and allow members feedback on the matter. Was the Mayor benefited from allowance as per the steering committee for the project?
Was the Mayor
given an allowance subsequently?
Until the time that I was there, no. He was not given.
He was not given?
No.
Okay. But you left in 2022?
Yes.
We'll confirm this with Mr. Batchily.
Okay.
Another memo addressed to the CEO from your office, Director of Finance office, October 2021, on the 21st, fares refund request. Now, you had a task force with respect to the street task force, and an amount was requested and paid by way of refund.
Yes.
Now, what is the procedure for refund as per for the financial manual? Is refund allowed? And if yes, which circumstances?
Yeah, with the fare refunds for the task force.
Right.
The task force was working from 10 o'clock daily to 8 p.m.
Yes.
and 9 p.m. We have not paid them any honorarium. We've not also paid any commission to the task force. All that we asked them, because I heard it, was that we are giving this a trial, so we cannot pay commission, but what we can do every day is to give you fair refunds, 200, 250, 300, 350, or 400.
You talk about honorarium. It is a very common word, especially in council. What do you understand by honorarium?
Honorarium is something that I also came to face when I joined council.
Yes.
I have never come across it in my other careers and all
yes.
that. What I understand by honorarium is a form of a motivation,
right,
for excess work done, or for satisfactory work done, or a way to bridge an inconvenience that a staff has being displaced to do a task for council.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, where do you place that within the manual? Where? How do you justify that within the manual? Because the manual provides for expenditure.
Yes.
And the lawfulness of expenditure, and it tells you different type of expenditures and why, under what circumstance they would be lawful.
Yeah, I think the honorarium bit will fall under the overtime and commission.
Then that becomes overtime payment, not honorarium.
Yes.
Overtime will also suggest that you are working within the working days of the institution, right?
That's true. But again, if the working hours are 8:30 to 4 o'clock.
That's why I said within the working days.
Yes. If the staff works from 4:30 to 8 p.m.
That's overtime.
That's overtime. Yes.
That's overtime.
Yes. So
and if they are staff, they are receiving salary. Any hour they put on top of the normal working hours would become overtime. So where does honorarium come in to play?
As I said, it's my first encounter with honorarium, but
yes.
with most of the work that my staff do, if it is overtime, my classification is always request for overtime, not honorarium.
It's request for
overtime.
Overtime.
Yes, overtime.
But we have here honorarium all the time, so it appears as if it is.
Yeah, because the staff that you inherit are used to honorarium, and then when they are writing their requests, they will ask for honorarium instead of overtime.
So the task force was made up of the staff of council.
Yeah, willing staff of council.
Willing,
yes.
And why on Sunday? Why work on Sunday?
Yeah, because there are some business and some business owners that will only be on at their premises during weekends.
During weekends.
Yes. So.
And how do you know whether the task is carried out?
Because of the revenue that they will bring from the field on a daily basis. On weekends, on Monday morning, they bring their collections.
Is this approved? Do you have a prior approval for this task force?
Yes, yes.
Do we have evidence of the prior approvals?
Yes. I will give it to you.
Is this payment not supposed to be captured under, let's say, imprest?
Yeah, it depends how you treat it. It depends how you treat the fair refunds.
Yes.
Yes. It could either be an imprest or it could be expense as overtime on petty cash.
Yes.
Yes.
No, we now know it is not expended as an overtime petty cash.
Yes.
And I'm just saying petty cash payments or imprest.
Yes.
And then you would have a normal approval, pre-approval
Yes.
or pre-authorization procedures followed.
That's
but
true.
none of them seem to occur in this circumstance. Is it that we do not know that it's supposed to be done in that way, or it was just a normal way of doing things?
Yeah, what we do with the overtime, after every week, I write to the office of the CEO to approve for the payment of the fair refunds.
Now we have the Rohey Malik Law Women and Girls Empowerment Initiative.
Mm-hmm.
We have a letter, 21st of December 2020. It says the Chief Executive Officer, written by Mr. Makumba Sane, deduction of allowance. I hereby write to request for the deduction of 1,500 for Ms. Aisetu Njai. I forward to your attention the monthly deductions of 1,500 from the allowance received by her at the end of each month as payment to the Rohey Malik Law Women and Girls Initiative. What is this talking about?
This is, I found it in council. I think it's the Rohey Malik Law Foundation, whether it's Osusu or funds that are given to women and then or staff who are part of the initiative, and then they pledge that every month let it be deduction from source, and then later that money will be remitted to the
will be
remitted to the foundation.
to the foundation.
Yes.
What is the legality of this?
Pardon?
What is the legality of this?
The legality of it, for me, is we are taking monies from the staff. The
Yes.
staff that writes to management to
Yes.
say every month deduct 1,500 or 2,500 from me and pay to the initiative. It's like what we do for other deductions.
He didn't say salary, it says allowance.
It's an allowance.
How can you deduct allowance?
Then that I'm not aware. I'm not aware of that. What I know with the Rahim Malik Foundation, what I have treated on my desk,
Yes.
is deducting a staff and paying it to the foundation.
Yes.
Yes, but for the allowances, I am not in. No. I'm
Yes.
not.
Because allowances are not fixed.
Yes. As
Income.
Yes.
You have to know this. A salary is a fixed income. Allowance is not necessarily a fixed income. It depends on a certain justification. It can change. Allowance can change.
Yes, but
Is that not the case?
I don't think this was during my time. I have not treated that.
This is December 2020. When did you assume rule?
I came in November.
In November. So this is December 2020.
Yes.
So you must have been treating this at this time.
And I was paying the allowances.
You?
Was BCC paying the allowances to who? Who was it paid to?
It says it's a letter from the Rahim Malik Law Women and Girls Empowerment Initiative, addressed to the Chief Executive Officer, signed by Mr. Makumba Sane, Chairman, the Rahim Malik Law Women and Girls Empowerment Initiative.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Number one, this is not for you to answer, but just to tell you how conflicted Mr. Makumba Sane is.
Yes. And who were we paying? We were paying Makumba Sane?
No, just listen to the letter. It reads, the deduction of allowance. Mr. Makumba Sane wrote to the CEO requesting that the allowance of $1,500 is for Miss Aissatou Njai be deducted. I forward to your attention the monthly deduction of $1,500 from allowances received by her at the end of each month as payment to the Rahim Malik Law Women and Girls Empowerment Initiative through Team Rahim Malik Law. I hope our request will be put into kind consideration.
Yes, I think we're coming back to our earlier where we started.
Right.
This is a case whereby they are telling us to deduct Aissatou Njai from her allowances and pay to the foundation.
Did Aissatou Njai say I'm right to that effect? Who should write? If I want my allowance to be deducted to be sent somewhere else, who should write?
Yeah, I think they will write to the CEO, because for me, it will be passed to me. I cannot.
What is the purpose of an allowance?
An allowance is to be given to a staff,
Yes.
or a volunteer, or an intern,
Right.
or anybody that is doing a service to council,
Right.
yeah, for their contributions to whatever operations that and activities that the council is doing.
Right.
Yes.
Now, an allowance is supposed to be paid for in furtherance of a certain objective, right?
Yes. Yes.
And it may not necessarily be a right.
No.
It may not necessarily be a right.
No.
So, for instance, if you have a telephone allowance, right? You're given $1,200 for telephone allowance, and you are entitled to it as Director of Finance.
Yes.
Is that allowance meant for official use or for private use?
It's meant for official use.
100%?
Yes.
Or or there's a discretion?
Yeah, because the allowance, like if you see it, those that are on attachment or interns or.
So 100%?
Yes, yes.
So the allowance you are paid for, it towards achieving the objective of council,
Exactly.
which they want from the staff.
Exactly.
If they want the Director of Finance to communicate effectively on official matters,
Exactly.
they give you allowance.
That's true.
So your fuel allowance as well
Yes.
is meant for
Operations.
100%.
Yes.
No discretion.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Your salary. However, can it be used for private expenditure?
That's true.
Now you see the difference.
Yes.
Because you work for it.
Yes.
You get the point.
Yes,
You
sir.
don't owe council any dollars of your salary.
Yes.
When you receive it, you can go and give it out on charity.
Yes.
When you receive it, you can go and sit somewhere and have a party.
Yes.
They cannot ask you as to why you're spending your salary in this way, but they can ask you why you're spending your allowance in this manner.
Yes, but for me,
Correct?
yes.
So when they give you clothing allowance,
Yes.
example, is for clothes that you'll be used to
Yes.
in furtherance of your work.
Yes. Yes.
So
But
if you go and buy party clothes, that will be an abuse of the allowance.
That's true.
Do you agree? Are you on the same page?
Yeah, but coming back to the allowances. If you paying somebody $10,000 or $7,000 allowance,
Right.
and the individual lives in Banjul, so that allowance is the nomenclature is giving us allowance, but in reality it's a salary.
No, it's not. We are trying to understand
Yes.
that you can't transfer allowance from one place to another. The interest of an allowance, the spirit of why allowance is given cannot be transferred. You get my point. You cannot say, I have given you allowance, so you decide how you spend it. No. That's not how it works.
Yeah, but if you look at
If you're given transport allowance,
yes,
if you're given transport allowance, if you decide to spend it to buy food, the bottom line is you must be at work.
that's true.
So you can no longer say, I don't have fare to come to work. You have to be at work.
Yes,
So there's not a justification.
yes, because Aissatou Njai is on an allowance for.
Is Aissatou Njai an employee of council?
No, she's not.
Exactly.
She's not.
It's an allowance.
Yes.
And what was the allowance for?
The allowance, the CEO should be in a better place to explain that.
No. Of course,
Yes.
the burden lies with the CEO.
Yes.
But then also the finance director should also make sure, the manual says, you have to make sure the expenditures are within the estimates. And they are also expenditures that are lawful.
That's true.
That is.
That's true.
So that's why I always maintain that you have a discretion as a finance director to say, this cannot be paid, or this cannot be approved. So when they say transfer the allowance, let's even assume that the allowance is legal. When they say transfer the allowance to somewhere else, would that be correct? They are not transferable.
No. And again, when that instruction came,
Right.
that has already established the fact that the allowance has been there prior
Yes, prior.
to the time.
Again.
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Camara, I know some of the problems you've faced. Do you understand that?
Yes.
For where it appears that you are struggling, we'll be fair to you. But the idea that it was there is not a justification for it to continue, for its continuance. Do you understand that?
Yeah, they are valid points. And then for me again, I like your contribution to the debate. But Rome was not built in a day, because you cannot come into any office, even if you are mastermind and work for Elon Musk. You need time to adjust, to adopt, communicate, and then sell your agenda, and then let management buy it because you are a minority to forge it. These allowances, they are not right. We shouldn't. In the first place, we shouldn't pay the allowances. We shouldn't pay the allowances. But here I am. The allowances I found, they are being paid. So it's just a matter of coming the next budget to say that, look, these things are wrong. I don't think they should find their way in our subsequent budget. But it takes time to make certain changes, and then you also need to have the ears that will listen to common sense and what is right to do. And then it's difficult, but we didn't give up, and then some things we get right, and most things we got wrong because the environment was not ready, and one man cannot fight a dozen.
We have a memo dated the 29th of January 2021 from Makumba Sane, the advisor
To council.
that's council's advisor, and it says to Chief Executive Officer via Director of Finance. I don't even think Makumba Sane is the advisor to council. I think Makumba Sane is the advisor to the mayors.
Yes,
Yes.
I was
in practice.
I was there when I came in 2020. The nomenclature that goes along with Makumba Sane's name was advisor to the mayor. 2021, advisor to mayor. And then all of a sudden, we have a new term, advisor to council.
Exactly.
And then with Sane, you have to do justice to him. But he was super CEO. He was the super CEO. And then in my.
What does that mean? Him being the super CEO?
Because he was more powerful than the CEO.
Yes.
He was more powerful than the CEO, and then In my testimony, I think I have given him 14 titles that is conferred on him in council.
Remind us of 3.
Yes, because Makumba Sane is advisor to the mayor,
right?
Advisor to council,
right?
Market overseer,
right?
Trade license overseer,
right? And the list goes on.
Go on. 14 titles. I think
and the list goes on.
And the list goes on.
He wrote requesting for. By the way, is the CEO here? Razor? Yeah, he has to come in. He wrote requesting for night allowance. Says, this is to inform you that I will be traveling for 2 days official trip on Friday, 29th of January to 30th of January 2020 to North Bank with the mayor of Banjul. Do we have the necessary supporting documents for the payment of these night allowances?
Yes, I think he applied to the CEO and CEO.
Yes, but did they present to you the purpose of the travel, if there are invitations, if it is a workshop, how many days it should last, the 2 days, what it is for? Remember,
yes,
the dollar seat to be paid must be for the benefit of council.
Yeah, he should state all the facts on his application for.
Yes, exactly. Did he do that?
And if any monies are given for other things, the rest different from his per diem should be retired on his way back.
Yes. Do we have that? Did he do that?
If it is not attached to,
then it's not done.
Then it's not done.
Right.
So looking at Makumba, as I earlier alluded, he is the advisor to the mayor. He is the market overseer. He's the overseer of the trade license.
Right.
He's a steering committee member of the Austin project.
Correct. Into the microphone, please. Kindly speak to the microphone.
He sits at senior management meetings.
Right.
He is the dump site overseer.
Right.
He is the cleansing service advisor and overseer.
Correct.
He is part of the contracts committee.
Sorry, let me remind Mr. Batchily of his oath. Good morning, Mr. Batchily. You are kindly reminded of your oath. Please speak into the mic.
Yeah.
Thank you. Council, you may proceed.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Mr. Camara, you may proceed with your.
Yeah, he's.
Mr. CEO.
Yes.
Mr. Batchily.
Yes.
The former finance director, your former finance director is list. We are discussing some payments and increment of allowances that were done during this period that he was the director of finance for the most part. And now we are discussing Mr. Makumba Sane. So he is listing or stating the different roles that Mr. Makumba Sane held during this period. Can you please start again?
Yeah, Makumba, he is the advisor to the mayor. He's the number one. Number two, he's the advisor to council. Number three, he is the market overseer. Number four, he is the overseer of the trade license department. Number five, he is a steering committee member of the Austin project. Number six, he sits at senior management meeting. Number seven, he is a dump site overseer. Number eight, he is a cleansing service advisor. Number eight, he is part of the contracts committee. Number nine, he is a storekeeper and stockkeeper of council. Number 10, he is the distributor of council's gifts. Number 11, he sits on the finance committee. Number 12, he is a board member of the BCC Gaba Jahumpa School. Number 13, he sits on all...
Board member of what?
Gaba Jahumpa, the school that is owned and run by...
Mr. Batchily.
Number 13, he sits on all other committees of council, namely planning, development committee, cultural committee, establishment committee, sports committee, and others. Number 14, he enjoys all the benefits that directors are giving, including weekly fuel, he is the headmaster of the BCC campus. In 2024,
He is the what?
He's the headmaster
Of what?
our council.
Okay, that is how you see him.
Yes.
That's a fair classification of.
And in 2024, he is elevated to the title of advisor to council, preparing for transition.
Thank you very much. Mr. Batchily,
Yes.
that is correct? All these positions that Makumba Sane held as far as Mr. Momodou Camara is concerned, that's correct?
Yeah, most of them is correct.
It's correct. Why will he be in the contrast committee? Who appointed him?
I appointed him
On what basis?
to represent the mayor.
No, to represent the mayor
Yes.
in the contrast committee.
Yeah.
Okay, I like your honesty, Mr. Batchily. To be honest, I have to appreciate your honesty, but we have a problem and we have to discuss with it. I hope you bear with me on that.
Okay.
Does the mayor have a seat in the contrast committee?
No.
So why will he represent the mayor in the contrast committee?
She requested to have a direct representative onto the committee.
In the committee.
Yes.
And because she has an interest in the contrast committee.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Of course, yes. And so that is totally 100% wrong. You knew it.
Yeah.
What is the difficulty in not saying no?
The only issue was the fact that if I want to send somebody onto these committees or to be part of these responsibilities, and coming up with the concept of I need somebody to represent me directly,
Right.
it was then very difficult, to resist it.
I don't understand. Come again, please.
I said based on the fact that she wanted him to be representing her
Right.
in all these units,
Right.
made it very difficult at that time
For you
to
to.
say no.
Why?
Because if she says that she is to be represented, I felt that like I did not have a say against that.
Even though you knew it was wrong.
Yes.
Did you tell her one that this is not correct?
Yeah, at times I've done that.
And what will she tell you?
Insists.
Okay. I know the bottom line is you accept it is wrong, and maybe the coaches will have more questions on that, so I don't want to belabor this point.
Yeah.
But does this not solidify the fact that the mayor influences contract decisions?
Well,
Because the principle is she cannot have representation in the contrast committee.
okay.
Because she has no personal interest in the contracts committee. And if she is insisting that she wants to be represented when there is no legal justification for that, then there is a conflict.
Okay. For me, I think what the concept of as the representative of the people, I need somebody to be directly where issues are being discussed. But by the end of the day, what's more important is that that particular official would not be very instrumental at times in what we discuss at the contracts committee.
He is not interested in knowing
But
how
I think,
it works.
yeah, I think it was all about making sure that she knew everything
No.
that was being said or decisions being taken
You think?
at the contract committee level.
You think so?
I believe so.
No. With all the evidence we have, you would not have had that belief that the intention was genuine, even though wrong, but genuine. No, you don't have that belief. Let me tell you why. We have evidence of the demonstrated, correct?
Yeah.
We know that there's a conflict of interest, correct?
Yeah.
We have evidence of the Camara and Sons, may his soul rest in peace, correct?
Yeah.
We know clear conflict. You said here that you only knew about it when people start talking about it, after he was awarded the contract. The mayor tried to say, no, everybody knew. Even GPPA knew my relationship with Camara and Sons, correct? And she tried to put you in the picture, in the box to say that you were aware.
But I said in her presence, I said no.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just trying to say that the conflict had existed. And so the intention of the mayoress is not to make sure you people are doing your job. Because the person that is sent there, Mr. Bakubasani, knows nothing about 90% of anything. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes. You guys can even easily make him lost. You know what the interest he has? Who is awarded the contract at the end of the day. He doesn't care about the forms, doesn't know what the form 100 is, 001 is, does not want to know. He wants to know the end product. That Mr. Camara should be given the contract. That's what the mayor wants, or mayoress wants, and Mr. Camara has to be given the contract. Would that not be a fair assessment?
I would tend to differ a bit.
You want to?
I would tend to differ a bit.
Why?
I would go for most part of it, but
right.
Then this is why I'm saying so, is that there are many contracts too that went through the process and had the full cooperation of the GPPA and its approval.
No, Mr.
So on
Mr.
that
Batchily,
basis, I will not 100%. I will not 100% go
Mr.
by
Batchily,
that.
the award is given to demonstrating. There are some that went through GPA. Correct?
Which ones?
Demonstrating.
Yeah.
Yes. None of them went through GPA.
The demonstrating.
Yes.
Did not go through GPPA.
Okay. Mr. How to call again? Keba & Sons?
It went through GPPA.
Okay. But we now know that there is a relationship. Correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Good. So GPPA testified. I told you, I remind you of this, and they know that some things have been wrong. Correct?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Witnesses start here and try to implicate you that you guys have been made efforts to try to tell them that they should do XYZ because that's what the mayoress wants. True or false, it tells you that there was the knowledge of the mayoress's interest in procurement. 3, the mayor was given a lot of money on different occasions approved by you for procurement. Correct?
Yes.
Good. So all this tells you there is no intention on her side to follow procurement process. Mr. Camara.
Yes, and then it only congested and crowded the space for us to do our job. And then for me, my CEO sits on my left. It's like he's being possessed, but certain things were happening. It was just beyond belief. Even if you look at, I raised it in one of my testimonies here. Fatima Trading.
Yes.
Who won the Austin bin supply.
Right.
The mayor has to go at the 90th hour to try to rescind and cancel that contract and give it to Keba & Sons.
Yes.
And those who stood firm to make sure that it was executed, and the CEO did very well for that contract to be executed by Fatima Sabali. But we all have a lot of headache, psychological attack for standing our ground that this contract has to be executed.
See, that's Mr. Camara speaking.
Sorry, yeah. Let me just ask. Mr. Camara.
Yes.
You have listed that Makumba had several portfolios.
Yes.
And these portfolios that were given to Makumba, was he receiving allowance?
Yes.
As somebody participating in this?
Yes. Because with all these meetings,
yes,
you are giving 2,500 every meeting for sitting on all these committees, all committees of council. He is a member of all committees of council. So every council meeting, finance committee meeting is remunerated. Cultural committee, they are paid. And then Makumba have a monthly allowance of about 37,000. So if you put globally, you mathematically put it into context, he goes home around 70,000 a month.
Now, let me just... Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yes, I say he takes home every month around 70 grand.
Thank you. Now, there is also what I want you to look at and tell us whether these are double payments and or what are these payments for. I'm giving you a statement of the Moeres, and we see that, for example, I'm just giving you an example,
Yes.
but it has occurred in so many of the months throughout up to the 31st of January 2023. I want you to clarify for me so
Please.
that I can close this. What are these payments for? Especially the one in circle. And also, in addition to what I have asked, we see that the salary at one point that is being remitted to her account is 28,000, and we see a rise to 32,000 and to 39,000. Are there any documentation to that effect?
Yes,
So first explain that portion.
those payments, I don't think they are duplicates. I think they are payments that are paid to the mayoress. But again, the mayoress allowance, her salary or allowance is like, some are paid to the bank and some are paid to on the counter, and there are some that are paid to other people that she has said every month part of her salary should be paid to A, B, and C. But the payroll officer and the paying cashier.
Now let me ask you a specific question. On the 19th of March 2021, based on the description, it says customer's salary, being March salary 2021, which is 39,000. On the same 19th of March 2021, it again said customer's salary, being March salary 2021, and the amount therein is 32,500 that is credited.
Yes.
These are two different amounts.
Yes.
It could have been maybe a double entry or a mistake in the entry if the amounts are different.
Yes.
So how would you explain this?
Yeah, how will I explain that? Because that's a bank statement. How the bank keyed,
Yes.
how they keyed the details. I
Yes.
should not be able to. It's not me that give them the details. But
Yes.
mayor's salary is.
But these are payment instructions that are
Come from council.
coming from your office.
Yes.
So that is why I want clarification on
Yes, those payments can either be.
Yes.
It can either be the salary or the allowances. Because as I said, we need to establish, if we establish how much is mayor's take home, and then how is it being paid, then you can have a true picture. So if you allow me,
Yes.
I'll come back to you to tell you what's the global salary that is paid to the mayor in her statement, and what goes to the, what is paid on the counter and what goes to the bank, so that you can collude those figures with what you have on the statement. Okay. Yes, please.
Because I do see variations in the amounts that are being paid.
Just give me the assignment. I'll be able to give you what goes to the bank.
Yes, I'm requesting now to give us clarification on this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Council, you may proceed.
Mr. Batchily, back to the issue regarding Makumasane and the, is it the contrast committee?
Yeah.
Yeah, the contrast committee. Mr. Sane does not have an interest in this. He's also a member of the board of Gaba Jahumpa. On what basis? What was he to do there?
Yeah, the selection of the board of Gaba Jahumpa, that's completely out of my jurisdiction.
Okay, that is done by
That's completely the mayor.
the mayor.
Yeah.
And why is he a member of all the committees?
Well, like I said, it was to do with the fact that he was supposed to represent her in all these units, satellite units. That was her choice.
Why? That was her choice.
And she thought that, that was in order for her to be represented in all these meetings.
And overseer of the finance, sorry, the license unit and the other revenue line.
Yes.
Why was that? Whose choice was that?
That was my choice.
Why was that?
Because when he went to the market after 2018?
Yes.
There was a steep rise in the revenue collection at the market.
Okay. But Mr. Batchily, all this is just done to make the mayors happy, to appease the mayors. Why would you do that?
Okay.
You have people that are employed to do this.
Yeah, but the thing is,
you are giving them you are giving Mr. Makumasane allowances. You pay him allowances for this?
For the market overseer.
The Director of Finance says he receives allowance for all this.
Yes, he was
why
receiving something from the
why? What is the justification?
Because he was the overseer.
Who appointed him as the overseer?
I told you earlier on, I appointed him as the overseer.
Who appoints people that are supposed to work in the administration? This is now administration proper.
Yeah.
Who appoints people?
Like?
Who has the authority to appoint? The administrative staff of council.
Depending on the levels.
Tell us.
5 below?
No, 3. 1 to 3.
Okay.
It was 5, then 3.
3, okay.
Yes.
That's completely at my discretion.
Yes, and then?
And then upwards is the
Service Commission.
Service Commission.
And Makumasane is upwards.
Yeah, but this was not a fixed position.
You don't have the authority to pay Makumasane $1 for an administrative work. Do you deny that?
What I'm saying here is...
No, I made a statement.
No.
I made an assertion that you don't have the authority to pay Makumasane or anyone $1 for administrative work when it did not pass through the normal appointment procedures.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, under that circumstance, yes.
Yes.
But I'm also explaining the circumstances of his appointment as the overseer.
Go ahead.
Because like the post of an overseer is not like a full-time.
There's no post of an overseer.
It's not a full-time job.
No, there is no post of an overseer.
It's just to make sure that, like the revenue coming from the market.
There is no post of an overseer.
Exactly. So then I cannot take it to the Service Commission.
Then you can't pay.
You see.
If you can't take it to the Service Commission, then you cannot pay. Tell Mr. Sane, I'm sorry, there is no post for an overseer.
That's what I'm agreeing with you. There is no post of an overseer.
Then don't pay him.
But then he was doing a service at the market.
At your own discretion. You don't have that discretion.
That was the rationale for doing that.
No, but do you have the discretion?
To some extent.
Where? Show us. To appoint Makumasane as overseer and tie council's funds to it, public funds to it, you have the discretion as CEO?
No, I don't think you're getting me very well. What I'm saying here is, I agreed with you with regards to the position, that the position was not a fixed position.
No,
that you
I
had
did not
you
say
had
that.
to take to the local
I
government
never said
service
the
commission.
position is not a fixed position.
Yeah.
I said the position does not exist. It's either it's a yes
I agree
or
with
it's
you.
a no, and I'm fine with either answer. Then we can discuss it. My statement is the position does not exist. There is no vacancy of that sort.
I agree with that.
Good. So the CEO cannot, Mr. Camara will come to the CEO cannot create a position, that position. Is it a yes?
Yes.
Or no?
Yes, cannot create, yeah.
If the CEO cannot create that position, the CEO cannot appoint anyone to a fictitious position.
Yes.
And so therefore the CEO cannot tie any funds to that position.
Yes.
And therefore Makumasane being paid that position would not be lawful.
Okay.
No, answer the question.
Yeah, I will answer the question.
No, just is it lawful or not? Then you can move on and explain.
Well, based on that, yes, it's unlawful.
Good. So now what is your
right
place?
now, for example,
Don't give me examples. Tell me Makumasane about this particular position. What is the justification?
We are on this particular point.
Yeah, so what is the...
What I'm saying is, the reason why I said example is, for example, if I have an assignment given to a senior officer,
right,
or a junior officer,
right,
to execute,
right,
and we give you, for example, like a honorarium,
right.
So it was in this context that this whole arrangement was
made. The junior
made.
officer is an officer. Makumba Sane is not an officer.
Yes.
The junior officer is an employee of council. Makumba Sane is not an employee of council.
No, I'm saying...
No, I'm saying you are mixing apples with oranges.
Okay, but anyway, I was looking at the rationality,
No.
from that point of view.
No, Mr. Batchily, you did not, Mr. Camara, you did not have, at the time you appointed Mr. Makumba Sane, you never had the powers to appoint Makumba Sane as an overseer because the position does not exist, and it should also go to the National Service Commission. Is that a fact?
Yes.
So monies paid to Makumba Sane are supposed to be classified as an unlawful payment. But very unlawful payment.
No, I agreed to that earlier on. But then I also told you his impact over there when he was there as the overseer.
That is your
just what I have to say.
Subjective opinion.
Okay, we call it that.
Mr. Sane cannot have a positive impact because Mr. Sane is the least qualified.
Yeah, but the records speak for themselves.
The record does not show that Mr. Sane has any positive impact, and who cares? That is not why we are here. Mr. Sane, we don't even want to discuss whether he has an impact or not because we want to discuss the procedure. So if you think Mr. Sane has a positive impact, let him go and apply for a job at the council like any other person. Let him be made finance manager, the manager for that revenue line. Remove the one that is there acting. Put Makumba Sane there. Let him apply to the Local Government Service Commission and get the job.
All right.
Not all right. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, that's why I said all right.
All right is not yes.
Okay, yes.
It may not be yes in this circumstance. Exactly. So this is the point. The idea was that Makumba Sane is the mayor's guy, and therefore we create opportunities for these people. And you allowed yourself, Mr. Batchily, to be honest, reality is, based on your evidence, you have admitted this on several occasions, you have allowed the mayoress to dominate you. And sometimes I wonder whether in some occasions, whether you even, because you knew some of these things are wrong, but for whatever reason that the commissioners will decide, you just allowed yourself to sometimes be allowed to do things that you were not supposed to do. Mr. Camara?
Yes, to add to that, I think he's my supervisor and my boss and my CEO, but he has not protected me in my job. Makumba Sane was the force to bring my department into disrepute when I assumed the position. Because based on what I've inherited, the first move that I took was the finance department and the cashiers should be out of bound for all staff. And in all those offices, we have windows, glass windows where you can go and get problems and money paid to you. I enforced it. The second day, Makumba Sane came to the office and broke the door of the finance department. And I went to him. I told him, I am here to work, but already I am being bullied and insulted. And the instruction that I have given, the door of the final office have been broken by Makumba Sane. Can you do something about it? And up to this morning, he has not done anything. Subsequently.
Mr. Batchily, is that correct? I think we had this evidence before.
The act was correct, but then they met in my office and we talked about it and they agreed.
How did you talk about it?
It will not happen again.
How did you talk about it?
So I'm surprised that he's giving another side of the story.
No, Mr. Batchily, this is important.
No. Lead counsel, I insist on this. I invited them to my office. He came and brought me the complaint, and I thought it was very genuine.
Yes.
And it was not right.
How was it solved?
They met in my office and they reconciled.
This is not about reconciliation, Mr. Batchily.
No, I'm just telling you as things happen.
I know.
Then we talk about the legality or non-legality.
No, yes, but I am interested in the act. This is not about reconciliation. It's not about a personal problem between Mr. Camara and Mr. Sane. I had said, when the mayor said, you guys don't talk to each other for the most part, we are not interested. Let the work be done. We are not interested. Let the work be done. Mr. Batchily, this tells you who Makuma Sane is. Someone with no authority to decide the administration of council, especially its finances, is seen to be the demigod. And you allowed it. You didn't kick him away. That would have been the right thing to do. Tell Makuma Sane to not come anywhere close to the administration, because that is your administration. Is that not the case?
Yeah, neutrally.
Yes, literally. No. Literally, legally, factually, you name it. That is your administration. It's supposed to be your administration. You cannot allow it. That is the issue. And so, can you provide us with all the allowances Makuma Sane was paid as CEO?
Yeah, we'll check through the council.
No, we need it.
We will bring it.
We need it because the assertion or the evidence from the Director of Finance is that he takes home almost $70,000 or more. So we need you as CEO to tell us all the allowances received by Makuma Sane during the period he had served as advisor. And we did that within a week. Yes?
Yes, I think it's a convenient point. We may rise.